Amelia Jackson is making one of my favourite brekkie items, English muffins. Oh, I've actually never made them from scratch.
Mine too. I love English muffins, and even better when made from scratch.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So how do we make this beautiful dough?
So this one's a really simple dough. We've got some yeast here that is just bubbling up in some milk and sugar. So we know that yeast is alive and active because we've got lots of little bubbles and like foamy surface. So we're going to throw that into our mixer.
Yes.
And then we can just add in everything together. So we've got our bread flour, we've got some melted butter, an egg and some warm water. And we're just going to mix that together until it is smooth and elastic and glossy.
Okay, why do we use bread flour for this?
So bread flour has a higher percentage of protein, and protein is the gluten. So the gluten is going to develop and give us those long, stretchy strands within our breads.
Fantastic, amazing. So in with our butter, we have melted that, an egg and some water. Lid on and we'll let the machine do all the work. All right, this is a smooth and silky dough. Oh, that looks beautiful, doesn't it?
It's a beautiful soft dough, which is going to give us a really moist muffin. So we'll get that into the bowl that I've just sprayed with a little bit of oil. We want to stop that from sticking to the bowl so it can rise up in its full capacity. It's so tempting to add flour at this stage, but this is what we're looking for, a beautiful soft dough like that. So we'll just cover that with some cling film and we're going to let that prove for an hour and a half until it's doubled in size and it will look just like this.
And it really does double in size, doesn't it?
It doubles, it all smooths out.
Yep.
And then we've got this beautiful puffy, silky dough.
Oh.
So an English muffin is spread out and rolled out with polenta or semolina. So it's got that crunchy outside. So we're going to get some semolina on our board. Dump that out onto...
Dump it out.
Dump it out.
Oh.
Look at that texture. So beautiful.
Gorgeous.
I got a real thing for doughs. So.
I know you do. You've written a whole book on this recently.
I have.
Tell me a little bit about it.
So my book is First Cream the Butter and Sugar, and it's a baking Bible. So we've got 250 recipes, all baked goods, almost every recipe that you want in there. So I'm just patting this out with my hands. You can roll it out, but I'll just pat it out until it's about a centimetre, half to 1 centimetre thick, remembering this is going to double up again. So depending how thick you want your final muffin to be.
Yep.
And then we have a ring cutter here and we're just going to cut our muffins out.
And that looks like the traditional size of an English muffin. Roughly how wide is that?
Yeah, it's about 7 to 8 centimetres. You can go bigger, you can go smaller if you wanted to do little mini muffins.
So we're going to finish cutting these. These go onto a baking tray and prove for another hour or until they double in size?
Half hour, an hour, depending how warm your kitchen is, just until they're beautiful and puffy.
Well, aren't these just delightful? You can see that they've doubled in size. They're soft and fluffy and now delicate hands.
Delicate hands. We don't want to crush out all of that air.
Yep.
So just into a dry fry pan. Don't need any oil or anything, and we're going to cook those for about 4 to 5 minutes on each side until nice and golden brown. Look at our little beautiful muffins.
They are perfect.
I'm just going to use a fork and I'm going to prick around to cut them in half because that way we won't sort of tear through all those beautiful bubbly holes in there.
Oh. And just the sound of that, you can hear that they're fluffy but crispy because that semolina that we used just right.
And it toasts up on the outside, which gives this beautiful nutty flavour. So you can just kind of tear them open and see that beautiful fluffy texture in there.
Now, there are so many different ways of eating your English muffin. Well, you and I were discussing this. We just love an English muffin with bacon and egg. So an English muffin, bacon and egg roll. Oh, amazing.
Can't go past it.
And then we got on to just really quick toppings. There's many of them: jam, peanut butter.
I'm a butter and honey gal myself.
You're a butter and honey girl. And I am also that salted butter while it's still warm.
Salted butter, absolutely.
Some people may disagree with my topping right now, but I just am craving that with lots of Vegemite. How do you feel about this?
I'm into it.
Okay.
Let's have a look at how much Vegemite you're talking about, though.
Well, not too crazy because it needs to be balanced because it really is all about that little muffin. And then cheese.
Yep.
Is that okay?
I back it in a big way.
Thank you so much for showing me how to make these from scratch.
Nothing like a fresh English muffin. You can't beat it.
Oh, you nailed it on the head. That is the best English muffin I've ever tasted. Thank God we've got a few more. These are so good. Cheers, Amelia.
Cheers.